See LeeLive on. Here we go. Okay. Here I am with Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door again because I'm not playing anything else this weekend. Yeah, I wanted to come on and play this like several hours ago, but as it so happens, I'm in the process of finishing up a book, so uh, it's it's exactly where I was like when Tears of the Kingdom came out. Like, oh, I could play Tears of the Kingdom, or I can finish Draw the Dragon, and I chose Draw the Dragon. Well, I did both, but I didn't get through Tears of the Kingdom as quickly as I should have. And it's the same with this. Like, I wanted to like gun through this game in a couple of days, but no, it seems like I am just playing through it casually. It's a shame because I was spoiled on the identity of one of the boss fights, which was one I predicted. So the new boss fights, I should say. I don't know. Like everyone's saying this is an amazing remake, but I don't necessarily see it that way. I don't know. In general, I'm really wondering if like the game was really that good to begin with. Like I'm thinking back on it, and I think my the peak of the game for me was during like Blitzpit. Like I thought that was like that had the best most unique setting and like the best setup and was just an all around just really well done chapter. Like I'm really attached to a lot of the characters in the Glitzpit. And I don't know, the game never really recaptured that, I think. Maybe the Express is pretty good. No, no. Like after that it just goes downhill, I think. They couldn't have streamlined this to make it easier. I always thought this was like needlessly ridiculous, especially when you have like 100 punis. In general, this game wants to be this chapter wants to be Pikmin and it just fails at it. I got the key, didn't I? Yeah, we have to go back. I completely forgot what I was doing. Yeah, so we got the key, we have to go back. I don't usually stop in the middle of the chapter. Like, I think when I last played this, like, I think growing up, I just blitzed through the game, like, for the first, like, 4 chapters or so. I don't remember, like, ever stopping in chapter 2. Like, this is only, like, 4 hours in, so I imagine on a normal weekend, I would just, like, blow through the entire thing. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating. I certainly don't play games like I used to. Like, I have a lot more going on. Like, I went out today and, like, watched a mariachi band. Like, I enjoyed it. I came home and I watched a little bit of Desperado and then a little bit of anime, and then I wrote a lot. I don't know, like, I love video games, I do, but I don't know, I was thinking, like, when I came home today, that, like, oh yeah, maybe I could make some videos, and I'm just kind of like, well, what would I talk about? That's kind of my fidget spinners. Oh, they kind of do. Yeah, I remember when those things were all the rage, like, a couple years back? Ugh. But yeah, one of my problems with this game is that, like, this definitely kickstarted the trend of intelligent systems just making garbage characters. And it's got worse with Super Paper Mario. But, like, I just don't like a lot of the original character designs in this. Like, they don't match the Mario aesthetic usually. I think the Shadow Sirens are fine, but everything else is just kind of like it just looks weird how it plays. It does 3 damage, really. Why do I keep using Flurry? She sucks. Yeah, I looked at like it's nice to see people like have a consensus that like the new music is garbage. I saw on like X uh I saw on X that that people were talking about that. The music is like the old music is objectively better. And I agree. Like we're not even through like chapter 2 yet, and I've already like perma switched over because I was so pissed at how bad the new soundtrack was. But I think that's also true for like the visuals and the aesthetic. Like I don't think this is like the upgrade that people say it is. Wait, why? Oh yeah, Punio's left the party. Okay. Aw. Now there are 101. Okay. So already a good way into the chapter. Yeah, that's definitely an issue I have with this game, is that it feels like the chapters just don't do it, just aren't long enough. I don't know. Like, this is a GameCube title. Like, people forget how short GameCube games actually are, I think. Like, there's a lot less in Melee than you remember. There's a lot less in Metroid Prime than you remember. Like, everybody ragged on, like, Luigi's Mansion for being, like, 6 hours long, but, like, Metroid Prime isn't much longer than that. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing what other GameCube games they re-release, because it does seem to be, like, a trend now, is to re-release GameCube era stuff. So I'm hoping for a lot more DS era and 3DS stuff in the future. Like, I'd love to see Kid Icarus Uprising again. Like, it's been over a decade since Awakening came out, so I think that's overdue for a re-release. Some kind of re-release. They don't have to remake it, but I would definitely like to see it come back. Yeah, Star Fox Adventures has never been re-released. There's a lot of stuff they could do, for sure. Like, Eternal Darkness, people have been talking about a lot. Like, that's... I think people are really underestimating just all the stuff they could re-release in the future. And again, like, this is the reality of the situation. There are so many great games on Nintendo hardware now that are never going to come out in anything else, that there's never going to be a dry spell ever again. Like, it's crazy to think how few games have come out this year, and yet, like, nobody's really complaining at all because of stuff like this. It's crazy. But anyway. Yeah, you have to do this thing where you have to, like, kill the spiders. I cannot wait to beat this chapter, so I never have to look at Blurry ever again. I am not a fan of that character design. I've never been great at power bounce. I've always preferred, like, consistent attacks. Yeah, great, but I already have star power. Yeah, I saw some like images from the glitch pit, and it got me like fired up to play this game. I just really wanted to get through it again. It's been a while since I played it. I suppose like I am done with it. Like it's crazy to think how unenthusiastic I was about this remake, and I still stand by like everything I said. But it's like, yeah, I don't even have any good moves for FP yet. Like I've been trying to get some, but. It's pretty hard to lose them. I don't think it's gonna happen unless you're careless. And like you deliberately don't know where they are. Let's do Earth Tremor. Like there's so many on screen, I just hate them all. Yeah, you need to master it for when I need it. So let's try to use it whenever possible. The redesigned icons are just making me irrationally angry. Look at that. Oh man, I think that's the first perfect I've done. That's 7 hits, right? Oof, no, 6. No, I think I have hit it before, yeah. It's not hard to hit, which is one of the reasons I really enjoy using it. Oh, there's a badge here. Oh, come on, what the fuck? Well, how do you get that badge? Oh, yeah, with Koops. Okay. There we go. Shit. Yeah, I'm so anxious for some new badges. I'm going out of my way to get them. Like, I'm not typically... I didn't used to go after badges because there was no point, really, but... I'm kind of interested in finding, like... Ah, come on. Okay. Yeah, we have to have them all if we're gonna... beat the jabbies back here. It's like the Wonderful 101 with Paper Mario. Yep. They fight all the time. It looks like they do. Okay. Okay. Were we already towards the end? That feels like it didn't take very long at all. Looks like we need the spin jump. Okay, so this is where you get the spin jump, huh? Okay. So yeah, you get the hammer in 3. You get the ultra hammer at 5. I don't remember where you get the ultra hammer. Oh, I should have used your earth tremor again. And there's that many enemies. Yeah, we probably should have. Oh, we can't use it now. Let's use. I keep having Flurry out because you have to have her for her ability, but. That's the first time I've used Power Shell ever. Let's just finish it. Got star points. Yeah, we got to get some more of those guys down here. Oh no! I forgot about this. Oh wow. I actually fell for that. That's all we had to do. Okay, Star, Moon, Puny, Star. Oh, wait a minute, that star looks familiar. Okay. Is it on the other side of the tree? Man, it's been forever since I did this. I don't remember this at all. Yeah, I guess this came out at just the right time for me. Because I think I last played this like a decade ago. It's been a long time, so I actually don't remember the second half of the game that well. I mean, to be fair, I have a tendency to not actually play it. I'm trying to super guard, but I can't seem to get planning yet. It takes too long to get to the battle victories, man. Why is it so slow? Like, okay. Remember when people were complaining about the frame rate before this came out, and it turns out that it's not a problem at all. I don't know why they have skin boots in here, because the Punies don't have legs to wear them with. Boots. Yeah, the Ultra boots you get before Chapter 6, right? I forgot Toadette was in this game. This is where she debuted, isn't it? Interesting. This game is weirdly influential on, like, wider Mario canon. Like, it's weird to think she's playable in a mainline Mario game now. Okay. She was a really popular character, right? And that's why she's, like, appeared so much. It's interesting how, like, characters like that get kind of lost in the shuffle. Oops. I mean, she's in Odyssey and New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, so. And she's an interesting character. Alright, here we go. I've always liked her. Like, I think the last, when you last see her in this game, she says she'll never see you again. And she gets sad about it. Like, oof. Kind of rough, buddy. But now she's become a recurring character. She'll be a mainstay going forward for sure. I'm kind of surprised she didn't appear in the movie. The movie's weird because, like, it does that thing where it, like, makes all the Toads look the same. Which is, like, especially bizarre considering, like, the Kongs have, like, visually distinct designs. Like, I don't know what's the deal with, like, the design of the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, it looks weirdly basic compared to, like, the rest of the movie. Like, it looks like something out of, like, the 3D Mario games with, like, it's static and uninspired and boring. It's not like the RPG towns at all. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that. Yeah, I've been tired. I've been tired for a while now. I want to take a nap, but I stayed up way too late last night, so I'm gonna go to bed on time. Is this where I'm supposed to go, or is it the other room? And if you're not looking at the orb. Oh, they're not falling after you. You have to blow them in. I guess you can just have them. How you, like, got rid of the cage? I didn't think you... Oh, come on. We have to blow that one in, too. Again, this is why I don't care for this chapter. Like, the puny thing is just not a very well thought out mechanic. It's boring. They don't do a lot. They just get in the way. You know, they're not cool, like... They're like lame Pikmin, essentially. Oh. Oh. So now jumping is like Mario's best move. It's way better than what he had before. Why do you need to aim for that? I don't understand. Wow. Enemies can use item later. Oh. Too late, I think. I hate the shield thing, it just pisses me off. I had to use Flurry first because Mario's objectively better. It does an extra point of damage, I thought. Sick. Alright. Yeah, this is a boring area. It's uninspired. It doesn't have a good boss. Like, this isn't like spectacular Paper Mario shit. Like, I was saying on Twitter, like, I think that Color Splash is better than this. Like, I think Origami King is better than this. Which kind of shocks me. I definitely need to go back and finish Origami King because I never finished it. But I said this about Origami King when it came out, and I stand by this. Like, it has better level design than this does. Like, I said this about Color Splash, too. Like, those games have better level design than these games do. Oh shit, I drowned it? Oh, wait. No. Aren't you supposed to, like, yeah, drain the water somehow, and then it comes in here and raises the lily pads? How do you do that? I don't understand why those fish are in every single pool of water. They're everywhere. Maybe I have to go on without them for a bit. Yeah, it seems like it. Let's go up. I need to remember to level up one of my partners by the time when we get back to Row 4. The Pidgeonis would totally have fucking drowned if they were in the bottom there. But thankfully they weren't. I don't know, I think they can swim. They're pretty light. got a shine sprite. Oh. Every time I do anything, I start yawning. Do you get the crystal star and then fight the boss? I think that's how that works here. This comp never finds it. Ah, it was in there. All right, there we go. We got the second crystal star. Yoink! Ah, what a douchebag. Oh no! Yeah, so he got the crystal star. He's just blowing the tree up for the hell of it. Do you need the peonies, or can you just, like, leave them behind? Why are these guys jumping me when we have to... So, like, all in all, it's a really weak chapter, right? The mechanics aren't interesting, the Punies aren't interesting characters. The visuals are nice, and I like the music. But, like, honestly, the thing I think of is, like, that intro with, like, Vivian. Whenever I think of this chapter, like, I think of the necklace thing, and the setup for what's gonna happen in Chapter 4. Which, again, is also, like, Chapter 4 is, like, the worst. Okay, let's be real. Like, I'm told Chapter 4 is better in this game. Like, they fixed the problems with it, but... It's, like, objectively really bad. Where the hell am I? Oh, you can stop at the store if you want. Why do I think this version is bad? It's not as good as the original. Like, it took a... It's just not as good. It's not a very good remake. I think people are letting their fanboyism of, like, classic Paper Mario kind of override the very real problems with this remake. And it's not all bad, certainly, but I certainly am not completely happy with it. I'd like to get through Chapter 3 tonight, but it's probably not going to happen. I'll probably do it tomorrow night, and then we'll probably beat it next weekend. I don't know what's coming out after this. Do you even have to take them with you? Like... How do they get across here normally? This doesn't make any sense. Alright. Yeah, so they gave you an escape sequence, and it's, like, incredibly boring. There's no stakes. There's no sense of, like, dread. I guess this is a kid's game, so... I suppose that the issue with this is that, like, this was made for kids. And it's just not as complex as what I'm used to. Yes! No! She has the elder power? Oh, her back broke. Yeah, the timer's still going throughout all of this. I remember, like, playing this, like, the last time I played through it, and just being, like, completely underwhelmed by this fucking design. Like, it's embarrassing when, like, the weird item bosses in Origami King or in Color Splash or whatever are way more intimidating than this fucking thing. It looks like he's in a labo, doesn't it? Now we're getting my guy, the Yoshi Kid, in the next stage, so... I love the Yoshi, so... I love how we're calling him the Yoshi Kid now. I don't think he had a name back in the day. We just called him the Yoshi. Oh, you actually get your upgraded... That's interesting. You get your upgraded star power before... Yeah, they actually give you the third thing. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, so you do technically get the star power first. You don't have the power, though, which is interesting. I don't even have multi-jumps. I think it has some defense. I don't think Coops is what I want. I think Goombella is the way to go. Okay, so you actually get a turn if you do that. I just can't do damage. So Goombella can't do damage, and like Koops gets knocked over, so you have to use Flurry. Well, maybe you're supposed to have Goombella leveled up by now. I love how the Punies and the X-Knots... Oh, I've never noticed that before. Wow, they're lined up in a row. Let's see. Let's see if Gale Force works. I remember hating Gale Force back in the day, so let's see if it actually does anything. Okay, so it actually does work on the rocket arms. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like furry. Yeah, I don't remember this from the base game, from the original, that you have to like have Flurry do it because I don't remember levitation as a thing either. Like I don't remember that. Like, well, I mean, I don't use Flurry in general, so that might be why I've never noticed. She doesn't take damage from Earth-based attacks. So yeah, not an impressive boss fight. It's not challenging. The design isn't good. Like Flurry kind of trivializes it. It's just so unimpressive. Like it doesn't suit the theme of the level. It's just, I don't know. Like the Crump fights get old really quickly, and you fight them all the way up until the end. That's it? Yeah. Oh, no, not yet. Okay, he's got a little bit more fight in him. Damn it. Good. Oh wow, yeah, I don't think the slow-mo thing happens in the original. Yeah, what a joke. That is not a good fight. Like, just compare it to the second fight in the original with Tutankhamun, right? You have the guy on the ledge and his magic spells and the chain chomps he sends after you. Like, he has a cool design, he's funny, he fits the theme of the level. Like, it's objectively better than this. Like, he's a random giant robot. Yeah, not a fan of this chapter. And it's not a problem with the remake. I felt this way about the original, too. Like, in general, I think this game is massively overrated. Like, I definitely think Color Splash and Origami King are better than those. Like, the boss fights in Origami King are insane. Like, that Firebell elemental took me years to beat. To be fair, I just didn't put a lot of effort into it. But, like... Yeah, it's just making me want to go back and actually finish Origami King. It's been forever. We're never gonna see any of the X-Knots again. I guess not. No! Oh, no. Yeah, it's interesting that, like, according to Groudus, that, like, he found the first crystal star in Roquefort, but where was it? You know, like, nobody seems to know anything about it. Like, it's just a casual bit of information he drops, but it's never elaborated on. I loathe you. Oh, man. Well, that's such a simple, like, villain setup. Okay. Oh, the mushroom ball again. Oh. Oh, Peach. Is that how you do it? Is just, like, take showers until, like, Tech decides to... She's singing your theme! Did she do that in the first game? Da 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 da. Well, the castle theme. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Maybe that's added to the remake. Hey, whoa, whoa, that's a weird, like, her body shape changes depending on the angle you're walking in. Okay. Oh, there we go. Peach has got a long way since then. Like 20 years ago, we were doing this, and today we're like doing Phantom Thief heists and like doing kung fu. Like it's fucking crazy how much the character has advanced in the past year or so. Okay. Oh no. I know it. Right. Yes. Oh no, Tech is. Oh no, he's in the twin cest. Oh no. So Peach canonically loves dancing. Yep, this minigame was better in the. Yep, it was better than the original. They fucked up the icons. They fucked up the mood. Is this the original soundtrack or? I still have the badge equipped, but I'm not sure if it carries over into Peach's campaign. This doesn't sound like something from the GameCube version. Okay. That was pretty gay. Yeah, these Peach missions are pretty easy compared to the ones in the first game. Or it's the one where you have to turn invisible. They kept the turning naked thing, which surprised me. I thought they would remove that, but no. You're a weird computer. I don't know how they came up with this. Like a fucking computer that falls in love with Peach because she's so sexy. I love how Bowser's like one chapter behind you the entire time. That's actually the reason why the Glitz Pit is my favorite chapter in the game. Like, I completely forgot about that segment where Bowser just charges into the arena and fights you out of nowhere. It's great. It's a great way to throw him in there. I want, like, Paper Bowser. Fuck, like, Paper Luigi in the Marvelous Compass. I want this. Oh, no. Yeah, people don't want to admit it, but this minigame is probably why we got Super Paper Mario. I hate the fact you can't replay this. Maybe you can in the remake. Let me add them. Unlimited lives. Wow. Yeah, this is cool to see if you're a fan of the original Super Mario Bros. And I feel like they could have done more with this concept, but I mean, it's just for fun. And I think the Bowser segments are pretty weak in general. Like, they don't really advance the plot at all. Like, you just get, like, some comic relief. Like that bit where he, like, jumps on Rock. Like, that is hilarious. Oh no, it's Bowser! He's that scary. Oh, that's right. Princess Peach was. Oh no! Oh no, there she is. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The strong silent type? Wait, is that what he says in the original? Like, it seems like Bowser is suggesting that he doesn't want his woman to talk back. Oh no, it's this absolute legend. Why did he have the Why did he have it on the window like that? Okay, that got me. Man, that's way funnier today than it was back in the day. Man. And that's a really interesting gag because that guy has nothing to do with the plot, but you can like see him there. Yeah, Flurry's coming with us. I wish Punio did, like... This feels like more like his chapter than Flurry's, you know what I mean? It's just weird to me that... that Flurry doesn't do a whole lot in this chapter. I don't like the party members as much as the first game. Pretty nice, huh, Mario? What are you talking about? Like, pretty nice? Okay. There are no jobs. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the downstairs door is right there, so we'll just go right there. I really should be listening to an audiobook right now, but I'm not sure how much I have to go and what I'm listening to now. Probably another 4 hours. I mean, I get so much done during the weekend on audio, during my work week on Audible right now. I don't really feel like I need to. Like, I'm kind of curious at what point I'm gonna get caught up on all my Audible books the way I'm going. Like, I'm doing like, let's see, an hour and a half a day. Let's see, 4 days, 3. That's like, yeah, 6 hours a week. I mean, I have a lot of audiobooks, but. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm playing some Paper Mario. Yeah, I like how the entire party comes out. That's interesting. What happens when you get Miss Mouse? How early can you get Miss Mouse? Because I've always gotten her like later on. I don't know when like she first becomes available. I imagine after Chapter 3, but. It's convenient that the moon is drawn on this map. Oh, it's not actually. Okay. It was in the original. Okay, they must have changed that for this reason. How do the characters not know what the Glitz Pit is? It's supposedly really famous, but alright. Yep. Dawn Pienta. Yep. Jasmine? Shazubi. I've always loved this animation. I never understood the whole Merlon thing. Like, there's a bunch of these characters named Merlon, and just I like them, but it's just like it doesn't make any sense. Like, got no to it. Like, yeah, he was hungry. Yeah, I'm really having problems with like craving sweets there constantly. Okay. I don't have any. I don't have enough. Oh yeah, when am I gonna come back, Merlon? Okay, well. It's Luigi. I love how he has his own partners. This shit is hilarious. Oh no. Yep. Ah, no. Just comment on it at all. Let's see Murphy. Oh wow, 0 BP. Yeah, I might save a little bit of time. I don't really like. I never want this to happen, right? Like, every time I see this happen, I'll just stand here. But she never finds it. Like, no matter how long you wait, she spurgs out at you like a complete bitch. And she is like the original Karen. Like, the Nintendo Karen, I think. Come on. What do you do until then? Is that all you have to do? Is just, like, wait a bit? That was a complete waste of time. Like, how do you get my number? Or my email? $10 coins? I mean, they didn't take an exam or anything. What a waste of time. Holy shit. Like... Dan Flurry. Oh no. Ah, no. I never get anywhere on my novel? He has great ideas. I can't write unless he's concentrating. I think he just psyched himself out. Wow. Okay. You can't buy happiness. Yep. The Nick Ricada of Koopas. Yes, I'm a chuckster. Yeah, that's healthy. Yeah, it's probably what I would recommend at this point. Is the Happy Lucky Lottery still a scam? Like, I know in the original, it's, like, set on a timer from when you first begin the game. So, like, in order to, like, get first prize, you just have to check in every day until you get it. But it takes a while, like 180 days or something like that. Yeah, I used to beat him in the prologue, but... It's been so long since I did it, I decided to just do it normally. Oh wow, 3, yeah. You just have a ton of moves, if I recall correctly. Yeah, we have Shell Shield. What is Goombella's other move? I just tried to super guard it, but I just can't get the timing down. Yeah, I can definitely do it in the prologue, but... Eh. Yeah, I should probably boost our badge count. Oh man, he copes and scenes so badly about that. That's funny. So this is a trouble shop guy. Okay. That's Ian Fumas. So, okay. Yeah, it's pretty difficult to do this shit. This is actually a major reason why I didn't get Miss Mouse until, like, the post-game. Yeah, I wonder if they added new quests. Yeah, you know how many times I played this game where I remembered exactly where it was. It's bizarre. I can't remember the last time I did this. Coins. Big Goombas. For reasons I can't disclose. Stomach just hurts. I can't believe the Goomba. There he is. Why do they all wear those stupid hats in this game? Ow! My stomach. Yeah, I don't think a lot of these side quests are really well thought out. You get like an optional party member out of doing them, so it's worth your time, but this is the kind of thing you only care about if you're a huge fan of the game. Ah, my stomach. I have another 3 hours to go before bedtime. I can't believe I'm so tired. I guess I can go to bed at 8. That might be fine. Fire flowers, CP sheep, and tasty tonics. Okay. Is that 8? It's 10, 8, and 3, okay. Da-da-da. Yeah. Oh, you actually get to take on the credit card fraud thing? I don't think this was in the base game. I don't remember this. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I remember where he is, yeah. Where does he go after this? Oh. think it might be in the inn or something. Where is he? I don't know. We'll probably find him by accident as we go through the game. Oh, what's this guy? An investment? I don't remember this at all. The fraud police. There he is. Oh. Oh. All right, we got him. Oh, my parents hate me. Oh. Oh. Really? It's a terrible idea. Ah. I think I'm ready to move on. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing. Really? Oh no. $64 coins. Alright. I don't think you have to go to Ishnail for this. You can skip it if you know what you're doing. But I couldn't remember the passwords. It's been so long since I did it. I don't think I've done it on my last several playthroughs. Ooh. What? Yeah. Why did she ask me the wrong question? Yeah, I did notice that was the wrong question. I don't remember her telling you the wrong... I fucking love the boos in these games. They're great. Okay. Bao is like my favorite. Bo is one of my favorite characters in Paper Mario. Okay. What's with you, wise guy? You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. Yes, what a Chad. I love Don Vinta. Oh no. Ah, Francisca. Okay, yeah. They have more animations than they used to. Okay, the dawn of untimely death. This was an obvious ploy for him to talk to them so they can get their story straight. How does this guy not know that? Alright. Okay. Again, this is a big reason why I don't really care for the game. Like, the padding in it is terrible. Like, for as short as the chapters are, the game tries to pad itself out with these ridiculous back and forth backtracking segments. Right? It reaches its absolute worst in Chapter 4, but, like, it's all throughout the game. It's pretty bad. And, like, it's one of the reasons why, like, I think Sticker Star, Color Splash, and Origami King are improvements over this, is that they got rid of this aspect. It's a major reason why I see the original as being better than this. Oh, I love this. A poison mushroom? Fast, no! I want a Chad! I love the Don. Yeah, we need a Pinta partner in the next game. When we get a Paper Mario 3, we need Frankie and Francesca's child in our party. The Michael. Michael Pinta. Yes. So yeah, this is my favorite chapter in the game by far, the Glitz Pit. This was the reason I played the game over and over again back in the day. I love this segment. Like, so many iconic characters, like some of my favorite characters in any JRPG ever. I like all the cutscenes of like the party members just chilling out. I think that's a pretty big improvement. It's the Traveling Sisters. Were they not in Boggly Woods? We didn't see them.
Oh yeah.
It's weird how much this game has in common with the first one. With like the Traveling Sisters and like the Merlons. And... Oh, look at these posters. Oh, I love that. What the hell? Sylvia! Oh no! No matter how big their trust fund is. Oh. Oh, it's her! Yes, best girl! Yes. Ah. What a mystery! Oh, yes. Yes, it's crazy how attached I am to the minor characters in this area. It's Mush. My guy, Prince Mush. My guy, Hawk Hogan. Man, I fucking love Rock Hawk. The hot dog guy. Crazy. It's crazy how well this area just blends all of its elements together. And Mrs. Mouse is just chilling there. And she's just chilling in the... Ball. Oh man. Video game fighter. Yes. You might as well stay home and play Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Mr. Grubba. He's like one of my favorite characters in anything ever. I love this asshole. Man, there's so many great characters in this segment. Yep. I love what a sleazeball this guy is. Yep. Hero. Rock. Yeah, Rock Knocked from Super Smash Bros. 6. Feel the rock! Actually, he doesn't show the minor league. The Eye of the Tiger. Wow. Was that the original game? Wow, I wonder. I don't think so. Great Gonzalez. Yeah, he has new. Yeah, they have new sprite works. Okay. Yes, Jolene. Yes, best girl. Yes. So yeah, Jolene is like my girl in this. Yes. Coming from her, this is hilarious. Oh, they kept the Game Boy Advance. Okay, that's interesting. Yes, it makes the noise. Yes. Andy. I love the guys in the minor league. King K. Yeah, imagine Mario just coming out. I love how sometimes like characters do things they're not supposed to in those. It's great. Did that give you EXP in this game? Well, maybe it's because they're such weak enemies. So yeah, I think in general this is the best chapter in the game because it has the most interesting characters, the best plot, the best usage of the mechanics. Great combat encounter. Oh man, that was adorable. That was amazing. My bro, King K. I love how these guys aren't like antagonists. They're just normal fighters. Oh, you can do exhibition match? They added exhibition matches? Okay. Yeah, that's a really cool addition. Okay, that is a good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the glitch bit, so I'm glad they added that. He's at 18? Really? I don't remember him being that low. I thought he was at like 14 or something like that. He wasn't that high, but... Yeah, that's part of my problem with this chapter is that, like, it throws basic enemies at you to start off with, and, like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. You're fighting enemies that you fought already. It's just so frustrating. Like, you don't see anything good until you get out of the minor league.
This is a reminder. Do cardio.
I guess they do it that way so you feel the sense of progression, but...
This is a reminder. Do cardio.
I love Goombella. She's so... Yeah, sure, whatever. Ah, the three super fine ladies. Come on. I don't get what's with this guy and his fucking, like, toad fetish. In general, like, everyone in this game seems to want to bang female toads. It's really weird. I mean, this game has, like, this area has plenty of twists, but... I do think too much of it is, like... It should be structured like No More Heroes. Like, I think 10 matches should have been plenty. All of them are fresh and unique. Like, honestly, I think you could have done without, like, maybe the minor league. I don't know, we'll see. And I really miss Grubba. Like, that's another thing about this. When you come back here, this is one of the few areas you'll be coming back to a lot. When you come back here, like, Grubba's gone, so you have to deal with Jolene, like, replacing him, and it's just not the same. I'm a big fan of Jolene, but like a big part of like why she's such a great character is because you don't necessarily know what her motives are. She does a really good job like coming off as shady. Again, like she's one of my favorite characters in the series, I would say. I think she's super underrated. I'm kind of surprised that like she's not more popular. Like I think of her as like one of the major highlights of the game, and you don't really see a lot of people talk about her. I would love to see her come back in a subsequent entry, but it's not gonna happen. I love how like low key like it is that like she's the girl in the juice bar. Yeah, I wonder what all her dialogue is like. She's always out there. Yeah, I tend to blow through this. Oh no. Yes. Oh man, the fucker. E-money. No particular reason. Yeah, Bandy Annie is to think for. Aw, come on, King K. Oh, this is Emily Rogers' favorite location. Oh no. That someone staked out her bathroom. So they still have stalking in here. Yeah, Bandy Andy's a Chad. It's crazy how much personality the minor characters have in this. Yeah, people don't recognize you until you start like winning matches. Jolene. Okay. Surprised that didn't cause me damage.
Oh, I'm going to bed soon, so not my problem. Earned himself. Interesting that they didn't. What fans? You're like, I can't believe he's ranked 19. Ah, they're so cute together. Aw. Okay. Yeah, when did she get new dialogue? So it's... Yeah, you can tell how much I like Jolene by how often I come out here. But, okay, yeah, I think I'm ready to play something else. I'm ready to take a break. I might go to bed soon, who knows. What's a partner mode? Does he mean like PowerShell or what? Yeah, when you master the super guard, the game like becomes trivial. It's like brutally hard to pull off, but once you get the hang of it, it's kind of a joke. Oh damn, fuck that up. That's pretty harsh. I have POW blocks. So. Really? No, I don't. She has multi-bonk, yeah. All punies ran away. Yeah, you should go through the game. You get more and more. Ah, no! Okay, it's not as bad as it used to be. I think that like can really fuck you up in The original. Okay. Oh, wow. I'll have to use a without Earth Tremor. Now we should look at our badges and see what we have. I think we're gonna go to bed. They don't pay you shit in this place. I'm not sponsored? Yeah, okay. Oh. Maybe I should check the bird feeder and make sure the birds are properly fed. There might be a woodpecker. I've seen one around. Yeah, the bird feeder is completely empty every time I go out to check it. So like the thing is completely out every day now. Other animals other than birds have been getting into it, and I'm not sure how to stop like squirrels and the like. Uh, not even sure I want to, but all right. R-Type, Moon, Congo's King. Yeah, I was thinking the other day that I really wanted to spend some time playing Super Mario Advance 3, so. Yeah, I think the next time I beat Yoshi's Island will probably be this. Actually, I'm playing through it on the Super Nintendo version, right? So I'll probably clear that one more time. I mean, I've been playing both, but I missed the whole Game Boy Advance thing of packaging in Mario Bros. With everything. So like a whole generation of kids were just exposed to it. Yeah, the Super Nintendo version is my favorite game of all time, and playing the Game Boy Advance version is just this is the favorite Mario Demake of its time, I think. It's the same kind of thing, right? Like the visuals are worse, the sound is worse. Like it was made by people who didn't understand what made the original great. I think. Oops. Just compare this to like Super Mario Bros. 4, right? Super Mario Advance 4, and like you see a world of difference. Like I'd say Advance 4 is like the best version of Super Mario Bros. 3. So yeah, it's definitely interesting seeing how these ports sometimes don't live up to the originals, even if they have the additional content. Like this has additional content, and the Thousand Year Door has additional content, but I think I do prefer like the original versions. Now, I'm going to play the additional content just so I can say I did it because I'm a Turbo fan, but... yeah, it's weird to think it's my favorite game of all time and I've never played this version of it. Yeah, this was made by Arzest, so... This game existing is probably why we got Yoshi's Island DS, which is, like, a huge success for Nintendo. And then, like, Yoshi's New Island, which is one of the worst games they ever put out. Yeah, people don't realize how well Yoshi's Island DS actually did. New Island, I think, did fairly well, too. Like, better than Woolly World. But, like, RSS stopped working with Nintendo after that. Probably, no, they worked on Hey Pikmin. But, yeah, they had, like, they were getting a reputation of being, like, the worst. Like, around the time that game came out. I don't know, I feel like Hey Pikmin might be better than Pikmin 4, to be honest with you, but I'm not gonna co-sign that until... It'll be interesting seeing, like, Hey Pikmin get re-released. I think they could do a lot more with it if they, like, give it HD visuals and just do more stuff with it. I don't know, like, every time I play this game, you can just kind of, like, chill out. Like, just kind of chill, just enjoy the environment, the music. Like, playing this never stops being a magical experience for me. Oops. I don't know, maybe I should try making something like this. Like, I just watched a YouTube video today talking about how, like, there aren't a lot of, like, young adult, like, writers now. Male young adult writers. And I was just kind of thinking... my books aren't targeted towards a young demographic, so I might, like, try doing something like that. I don't know, man. I haven't cultivated that skill, so I don't know how good I would be at it. Like, I'm very happy with what I'm doing now, but yeah, I think it would be an interesting challenge to kind of do that. To kind of be the anti, like, YA writer. Like YA, if you're not aware, like, YA right now is really bad. Like, Harry Potter was, like, phenomenal, but, like, it really kickstarted, like, a lot of imitators and, like, a lot of people who don't understand what makes the books great. So you have, like, retards on Twitter who will, like, enable Percy Jackson or whatever. Like, oh, it's so much better than Harry Potter because it's so much more politically correct. Like, it's retarded. And, that's always been true to a certain extent, but, like, I imagine it's a lot worse than when I was in school. Like, I remember being really frustrated with, like, the quality of the shit that was on, like, library recommended lists and stuff like that. Like, to this day, I will not go to a library because, like, they do nothing but, like, recommending bullshit, so... Yeah, my favorite books are just random things I picked off the shelf back in the day. Yeah, I read a lot of crap growing up. It's probably why, like, I became more of a gamer. Like, rather than, like, really indulging my love for books, because, like, I had access to, like, the best video games ever, and not so with books. Like, there was no one there to, like, cultivate the talent. So it, like, ended up developing in really weird areas. Yeah, I became obsessed with, like, Naruto and shit like that. But, yeah. And I would read Harry Potter over and over again. I mean, that's not atypical. Like, Harry Potter's really notorious for being, like, really popular among rereads, but, like, because it's so good, right? But, like, yeah, I definitely do agree with people who say that, like, Harry Potter fans should read other books. Like, the issue for me was that, like, there wasn't anything as good as it. Like, and I tried finding something. Like, I wanted to read something better than Harry Potter, but I never really discovered it. Hello, hello. Like, even now, I'm not entirely sure, like, if anything I'm reading is better than Harry Potter. Like, you know, I've been really, I've talked about how much I love, like, Raymond Chandler and, like, those noir novels. I don't think that's as good as Harry Potter. Like, I've been reading a lot of, like, fantasy novels. You know, I read The Black Company. I read, like, Assassin's Apprentice. I read, what was the other one? I'm reading a Wizard of Earthsea now. Like, I'm, like, not that far into a Wizard of Earthsea, but, like, I can already kind of tell you that, like, Harry Potter is better. And not in the way that, like, people, think. Like, I think Harry Potter is better simply because it's more relatable, right? Like, it takes real-world issues and blends them with fantasy elements, like, seamlessly. Like, it's not, like, an alternate reality, right? It seamlessly takes the idea of, like, oh, yeah, magic's in our world, and it makes it sound, like, plausible and fun. And from there, it creates, like, really interesting plot lines and unforgettable characters. Like, when I look at, like, a Wizard of Earthsea, like, I'm really surprised at how, like, generic it feels. With the whole, like, generic fantasy setting, and, oh, man, like, you have crazy magical powers, you know, unnamed boy. So, like, you know, he becomes an apprentice, and he starts learning magic. It's like, yeah, this is good stuff. Like, I really enjoy it, but, like, at the same time, it's, like, played out at this point, right? This is generic fantasy, but, like, I don't feel as if Harry Potter is generic. I feel like it was a legit trendsetter for what it did. And I really wonder what, like, someone like Tolkien or C.S. Lewis would have thought about it. Like, I don't think they would have looked down on it the way that a lot of people would have assumed. I don't know. I read Dune recently, and, like, I know Tolkien expressed distaste for that, and I can totally see why. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, it's definitely an interesting thing, kind of thinking about, like, my opinions on fantasy, because I don't really have a whole lot on them, even though I'm a fantasy writer now. It's weird. Again, there are, like, reasons I developed this way, but I don't know, that's starting to change, though. I have, like, discovered my love for mystery novels and stuff like that. And Harry Potter is, like, structured way more like a mystery novel than it is a fantasy. Like, you can actually see the influences the genre has had on it. Yeah, Harry Potter has way more in common with, like, stereotypical British, like, children's fantasy than it does with fantasy. Like the British, like the British boarding school, like, genre. It was, like, so played out for a long time. Harry Potter, like, actually brought that shit back. People don't realize this, but, like, British boarding school fiction really was a big influence on Harry Potter. And, like, it was kind of, like, played out in stock when, like, Joe came up with the idea for it, and, like, gave it new life. But yeah, I don't know. I've definitely been, like, thinking about that lately, and I don't know, like, what I would want to do, because I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Oh man, I hate those things. They're so freaking. Are they bigger in this version? Like, every time I come here, I unleash my childhood trauma, but, like, yeah, but, like, I intended, like, my books to be read by a younger audience, because I remember growing up and being frustrated with how, like, the characters weren't relatable to me, right? Like, everything I was reading was, like, adult. Like, I was trying to read more complex books, so I just leaned towards, like, more adult written books, and, like, it was just, they were just not very good, and I just didn't relate to them much. I read Stephen King's It, and I had to deal with like the child gangbang scene, like going in completely blind, and I'm like legit traumatized for life because of that. Like, thank you, Mr. King. But um, like I look at like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like it's just weird. Like I intended the books to be read by a younger audience, but like they're really fucking dark. Is kind of my feeling on it. Like I feel like the average reader base for my books are in their 20s. Like people who grew up on like Toonami and anime and stuff like that. That's gonna change eventually, but that's like that's my target demographic now. And I don't know. Like I don't know how I would write children's fiction. I really love that like really well written, like interesting, good children's fiction like Narnia and stuff like that. And like I just don't know if I have it in me. Like everything I make like comes off as really dark, you know? Like, isekai is kind of played out. Like, I came up with a kind of an interesting take on the isekai genre. It hasn't even entered like the planning stages yet, but I do have like a really interesting take on it that I think a lot of people will really appreciate. Um, I don't know. Like, it's not a children's thing though. It's not Narnia-ish at all. So I don't know. Like, I don't want to like just copy what other people have done. Uh, I don't know. I think my books are way different than anything else that's ever been made. Like American Evil tackles some pretty strong subjects. Um, yeah, I was working on it when before I went live. I got thrown out on it. Like I wrote the today it was a bunch of characters took out one of the major players in the Ignis, like the witch Francesca, which is interesting because like there was a Francesca in Paper Mario, and they have nothing to do with each other. But like, yeah, yeah, I did that. And I don't know. I'm not sure how happy I am with it. We'll see, like how I feel about it when I come back to it. But I don't know. In general, I haven't been working a lot lately because I've been going out. So every time I do take time to write, it just feels like lazy and I'm not doing a good job. I don't know. But yeah, I don't consider American Evil children's fiction. So young adult maybe, but not children. I don't know. Like maybe it could be something about like kids being taught the wrong thing in schools. Like people always like love talking about how like Dumbledore like comes off like a really shady motherfucker, even though that's like kind of unintentional. Like maybe we could like play into that a little bit and like make the school evil. I don't know. American Evil does that a little bit, but it's not focused on. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's that's definitely a challenge I would like to take. I'm definitely interested in like destroying the literary world like I destroyed the gaming world. I don't know. I'll have to come back to it. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for that direct. It's the 25th of May now, so it's possible we'll get it in like the next couple of weeks. Like June is the month. They confirmed it for June, so we have the direct one coming. Yeah, why don't we do a prediction video for the direct? We're not getting a Switch 2 announcement, which is interesting, but I think we are going to get something cool. Yeah, people who think we're not going to get anything interesting are delusional. Yeah, I probably should make a video about that, about like Nintendo Direct expectations, because I feel like everybody's just like bitching about the Switch 2 and not really talking about what's coming out in the future. Like, I think there's a lot of things that could release. I don't know. I do kind of agree that we're kind of in the tail end of the Switch Life span though. Like I think we are going to see a replacement by next year. At this point, like it just feels like it has that kind of energy. I don't know. I imagine it might be like kind of like a Game Boy Color style thing though. Yeah, fuck this boss. Oh my. I love the fact you could do that. Okay. Yeah, World 3 done. You can see Luigi. Oh, you can hear him crying. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading up on the Ricada stuff. I love how you don't see Goombas until World 4. It's such a interesting decision on the part of the creators. Yeah, I'm ready for a big Nintendo Direct. It's been forever. Like I want like a big blowout event, like, you know, this is the last Nintendo Switch Direct ever, you know, getting a bunch of stuff and, you know, then we get the new console with all the crazy new stuff that's coming on that platform. I don't know, like I saw today on 4chan that like Tekken 8 has like completely collapsed. Like it has like 7,000 players on Steam right now. Like fucking Naruto Ninja Storm 4 like or whatever has like more players than it does. Like it's crazy to think how like badly Tekken is on. Wait a minute. Is this in the original? I don't think it is. Yeah, it's crazy to see how badly Tekken 8 has bombed. I mean, it's totally deserved because fuck them, but oh whoops. Yeah, you actually keep your lives when you start over. That's definitely something I don't care for in the original, is that, like... I don't know, Super Nintendo games have limited memory. Like, games have always been getting easier. Like, people don't... I mean, they got rid of lives by Odyssey, so... I don't understand why Goombas don't die when you jump on them in the camp. What did I want? What was I talking about? Yeah, I definitely want a blowout event. I don't know, do you think it's possible we can get like a Fire Emblem Engage Warriors or something? We got a Three Hopes one, so I don't think it's unreasonable for us to get a Warriors, an Engage Warriors. Yeah, I'd love to get like a IV bag and just crazy shit. I don't know, is that going to be the trend with Fire Emblem Warriors games? Is that they're just going to be like spin-off products of the latest Fire Emblem game? Because that's what happened with Three Hopes, and Three Hopes turned out really well. I was a big fan of the original Fire Emblem Warriors, but like Three Hopes was something special. Like it was legit better than the first game in a lot of ways. The first game being Three Houses. So like it's really crazy to think that like we could get something else like that. Like I bet it's gonna be a lot of stuff like that, like minor third-party partnerships that just are insane to think about. I would love it if Nintendo bankrolled like Castlevania or something. Like yeah, like we'll set up a team, we'll have Iga come back, and we'll make Castlevania like Order of Ecclesia 2 or something. I mean, I would love to see that. heard that like Konami is actually doing really well right now because they fixed all the problems that Kojima was causing. And it was Kojima that was causing the problems. Don't let people like try to weasel their way out of this. Because that was the thing about the Konami situation that a lot of people don't understand, is that Kojima was the vice president. He was causing all the problems with like all of their established video game brands. You know, Metal Gear fell off, Castlevania fell off, Contra fell off. It was all under him, right? Silent Hill, right? The idea that like Kojima was like limited by the evil suits at Konami is incorrect. And I think that like their current situation, like it's really telling. I think that like Kojima Pro has like produced absolutely nothing of value since it was founded 10 years ago, and yet now we're seeing like we're only just now seeing people say that like you know, Konami has made a comeback. And I've been saying that since the beginning, is that like I don't think Konami was completely in the wrong by fucking over Kojima, because he's been going off the rails for a long time. Like 4 was a disaster, MGS4 was a disaster. Like there's plenty of things to like complain about when it comes to Kojima and how he did things at Konami. But no, nobody wanted to admit there was a problem. I love how we're getting more views for Super Mario Advance 3 than we did for Paper Mario. Yeah, I don't think the 1,000-Year Door remake is gonna be like remembered all that fondly. Like, I think if given the choice, like people would prefer the original. Like, I don't think like the remake does anything like to be worth like being remade, honestly. Like, I think what they should have done was just like re-release it. Like, I don't see the reason for like the relocalization. Like, they made it worse. Honestly, the music is terrible. Like, I don't know, did they even try with the remake? It seems really low budget. Like, people were complaining about the changes they did make, but like, I'm kind of surprised at how few there are. Like, I was expecting a lot worse. Like, you had that really shitty one in like the in the sewer at the beginning with the Goombas, and then you had like the Vivian thing, which honestly seems like a literal translation from the Japanese. Like, the issue with Vivian is that like he's an Odinoko, so like that's a stereotypical thing for them to say. Odinoko being like femboys. It's a stereotypical thing for them to say that they have like the heart of a girl, but he doesn't mean it literally. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty well known about them. Like, I actually came up with a handful of characters who are like that. Like, Fury Prisoner from One Punch Man and Okama Itachi from One Punch Man. You know, and of course you have like the Okama in One Piece. I technically Okama see themselves as genderless. Like, Bon Clay describes himself as neither male or female, right? And then you have like, you know, Ivankov, that weirdo, who's like explicitly referred to as a man, even though he has the power to turn into a woman, like, oops, and turn other people into women. Like, technically anybody in like One Piece can be a tranny because Ivankov. Like, there's a legit fan theory right now that like Crocodile was a woman, gave birth to Luffy, and then like had Ivankov like turn him into a man. It's just like, it's absurd, but like it's one of those like insane fan theories. Like, that brings me back to like the whole like insane Harry Potter fan theories that people would come up with back in the day. We're like, oh, is Snape a vampire? Like, it's just like it's like I don't know. Like, when something gets really popular, you get, like, all sorts of, like, crazy fucking shit. Like, remember when Attack on Titan was, like, big and we were getting to, like, the end game and people were coming up with, like, time loop shit? That everything was just on a loop? Which is, like, retarded, but, like, you know, it was something that people seriously believed for some reason. Like, in general, I feel like people really misunderstood Attack on Titan. Like, I really would like to see, like, someone try to produce a video essay, like, talking about, like, why the retards who complained about the ending were wrong. And I think I might, like, do it myself one day, but, like, I really wish I could have done it day one, but I suppose it's, like, to talk about that, you really have to understand like the mindset of the typical weeb, where like they have a tendency to see the like this kind of fiction as like power fantasies, right? So like the idea of Aaron like losing in that way is like unthinkable to them because like, oh, he's Aaron, he should win all of his fights. Like I don't know, I think they're missing the point, honestly. I really admire Aaron Yeager as a character, and to just see people like try and write off the ending as just being like, I don't know, like a hack job is just ridiculous to me. And I know Isayama has been like very outspoken about how he like stands by the ending and stuff like that, and I agree with him. I think it was spectacular. Now there are definitely aspects of it I have issues with, but like I think it's a thing that's a thing with any manga is that like, yeah, you're not always going to hit all the plot notes you want to hit and stuff like that. Oh, really? Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, finally. Yeah, you and everyone else. Like, I've seen people who have been ignoring the Ricada thing for years, like, finally speak up about it. You know, the Quartering, Raging Golden Eagle, yeah, all those guys. Like, it was just embarrassing seeing all these people just flail about Nick for the longest time. Even now, like, you have people trying to say, like, he's gonna recover from this. It's not gonna happen. He's done. I mean, he hasn't been relevant in a while anyway. Like, I don't know. Like, people have this mindset that once you make it big on YouTube, you're set for life, but that's not really true. Especially if it's, like, your personal life that's suffering. Super Mario Render? I don't know what that is. Yeah, every single time. I get to bedtime, and I stop yawning, and I get into the game I'm playing. I have half an hour left, so it's not too bad. Oh no, PC is irrelevant. You know what the best PC game ever is? The original StarCraft, which, for the record, is not on Steam. So, yeah, fuck you. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's safe to say StarCraft is, like, the best PC game ever made, because I can't think of anything that's, like, managed to retain its relevancy the way it has. How it's dominant in its niche. How, like, it's just still played competitively online to this day. Like, nothing's, like, surpassed the original StarCraft, not even the sequel. Yeah, I think it deserves the recognition for being the best ever in the PC gaming sphere. Now, obviously, StarCraft has a lot of problems. Like, I hate how long the games take. And, you know, it's unbalanced. The enemy IA is shit. AI is shit. They're really hard to get into. But yeah, like, there's no denying that StarCraft is a lot of fun when you, like, really get into it. I wish the map design was better. Yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about in regards to that. I'm finishing up the Xur campaign, well, episode 2 right now, so it's really weird coming back to it again. It's the same thing with, like, all 3 of those initial episodes where you start off, you have, like, the tutorial stages, they're way too easy and way too boring, and then you get to the really convoluted stages that just, like, are so confusing that they're not, like, fun. Like, I think about that, you know, like, all you have to do is just memorize the map, memorize where like, what enemies are where, and just send, like, units that are good against them, like, to that area. It's just easy. Like, I spend most of my time in these games, like, leveling up my characters, because, like, the enemy AI is just given the best, like, gear from the start. They have unlimited resources. Like, it's just frustrating. Like, you have to waste your time every StarCraft match building everything that you need. Like, it's just frustrating. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely, there are definitely, like, levels I really enjoy in StarCraft. Like, there are definitely aspects I like. I like the dark tone and, like, a lot of the characters and, like, just the mood of it and stuff like that. There are definitely, like, times where it's really fun, but, like, yeah, it's very frustrating too. Yeah, I'll be interested in what happens when StarCraft 64 gets re-released on NSO. Because, like, StarCraft 64 is not as bad as people make it out to be. Like, it's the same game, but, like, it's on N64. And it has, like, local multiplayer. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, I'm shocked they never tried to produce another console version. Like, it's weird that they used to try to do that, you know? Like, I guess they have to maintain their PC exclusivity, because, like, if they try leaving it, they'll just lose their niche. They'll have to compete with, like, other games. Like, it's weird that, like, StarCraft 2 of that has never been ported. Okay. It's been a while since we played Yoshi's Island. We probably should, like, play through some of these games. I don't think I ever, like, beat Super Mario Advance 2 either. I beat Advance. I never 100%ed it, though. Yeah, it might be fun going back to Advance. Yeah, I might come back to playing the Advance games more regularly. It's been a while. Like, I don't think I've played them much. I don't know. I feel like it was a little bit too early to release this stuff. I think they probably should have waited a while longer and, like, got some more, like, classics. Like, it's weird that we don't have, like, Sacred Stones yet. We got, like, the Golden Sun games, but, yeah. I don't know. Golden Sun's definitely a weird choice. I mean, it has a weird audience. Like, a lot of people grew up with it and are really fond of it, but I really hated my time playing the original Golden Sun. I did beat it, but, like, I think it's a really frustrating JRPG. I don't like the mechanics, I don't like the characters, I don't like anything about it. Yeah, in general, yeah, you know, that's what we need to see. Like, new JRPGs from Nintendo in general. Like, just give us, like, a new Monolith Soft thing. Give us, like, a new Mario RPG, which I'm sure is coming. Give us, like, stuff like that, you know? Like, I want new RPGs. 3DS games have been getting re-released for Switch. Like, Dark Moon is coming out next month. Yeah, but I'd like to see, like, A Link Between Worlds get re-released. I am 100% playing that. Like, I think I put together, like, the Zelda list, the best ever Zelda list, and I think I put that on, like, it's number 2. And I really wonder if that was, like, too high. I really love that game, but, like, yeah, I feel like I tend to overstate it. I mean, I haven't played it in forever, so, every time I play it, I'm, like, blown away by how good it is, but, yeah, it's been a long time since I finished it again. Like, I think over a decade, because I've only played it twice. Did I beat it the second time? Yeah, surely I did. Even when I played it the second time, I felt like I was kind of surprised. Well, first of all, I was surprised by how good it was. But second of all, I was, like, really shocked by how, like, I didn't really have much desire to play it again. Like, it's the thing I've been noticing with a lot of these great games, is that, like, you don't necessarily play them endlessly like you did when you were a kid. Right? Like, you look at, like, The Wonderful 101. I haven't played that since, like, 2015 or so. So I'm getting back into it. And, like, unlocking everything again. Like, again, like, I'm on, like, chapter mission 2 or something. I have not been putting a lot of time into that game at all, but, yeah, it was one of my favorite Wii U games. It was my favorite Wii U game. Like, to see me, like, treat it the way I have is kind of weird. But, like, yeah, there's a reason for it. You know, first of all, I played the game already, and second of all, I don't have, like, the free time I used to. So it's like, it's weird, but it's difficult to play old games when, like, you have other things you need to be doing. I mean, I say that, but here I am playing H Silent. But I don't know. Like Super Nintendo stuff's more digestible, I think. Like you could just spend like a weekend just playing through them. Like this game is not that long. Like we started on World 3 and we're already like at World 4, so. Yeah, I could see like Planet Robobot coming. Oh, Triple Deluxe coming at some point. I mean, we got Return to Dreamland Deluxe, so. Again, like, they have plenty of, like, Wii stuff. Like, they could get, like, Wario Land Shake It or, like, some weird stuff like that. Like, people have been demanding Wario Land, like, recently. Like, why not just make, like, Shake It HD? Like, that'd be a good way to, like, put Good Feel on the map, I think. Like, after the success of Princess Peach Showtime. Like, I think we need to start talking about their, like, legacy more. Like, I think, now is the time for, like, Wario Land Shake It HD. Yeah, there's a lot of Wii games that could be released. But yeah, we'll see what Nintendo does. I mean, Furukawa's apparently a huge fan of Fire Emblem, so I know that's not going anywhere. Yeah, it's a good time to be a Fire Emblem fan. I wonder at what point, like, the stereotypical, like, JRPG hater Nintendo fan is going to be laughed at by, like, Zoomers who grew up playing Fire Emblem. I mean, I guess it's already happening, but, like, I'm definitely, like, eagerly awaiting the day, because I really don't like it when people complain about Fire Emblem. Like, it really is a meme that should die. Like, oh, Fire Emblem used to be good. Like, no, fuck off. It's better than ever, fuck you. It's really weird seeing people, like, try to complain about Fire Emblem, because it really does come off as if they don't know what they're talking about. Like, you can't even complain about waifus anymore, because, like, they don't really have that much of a focus on marriages in the newer games. Yeah, they'll probably just save that. Like, after what happened with Fates, they're probably gonna, like, just not have that mechanic unless, like, they design the game around it. Which is probably the way to go, honestly. But, like, yeah. People use that cope for, like, the Thousand Year Door, but, like, the Thousand Year Door has a lot of the remake for the Thousand Year Door has a lot of content that was not available in the original game. Right? It has up-res visuals, it has new music, it has new boss fights. Like, you're not gonna emulate that, you know? Like, and that's gonna be true for, like, a lot of stuff going forward. Like, I just saw a video today from some guy playing, like, Dead or Alive Extreme, the original, right, beach volleyball, and, like, he was explaining how, like, the game is impossible to emulate because of how the pressure sensitivity of the buttons work. You could probably work around it, but, like, the fact that you have to do that to begin with is really telling. Oops. It's crazy how much work they put into, like, a fucking volleyball game, by the way. Like, hearing him explain that, how, like, good the mechanics are. Like, I've always known it was a good volleyball game, but, like, yeah, seeing it, like, the mechanics explained is really crazy to me. Like, Itagaki left the industry too soon. Like, he really should have had, like, another decade of, like, great development. Like, Tecmo going the way it did was a disaster, for sure. And it's one of those things that, like, people just don't talk about. Like, Tecmo's not even really seen as a loss, honestly, and it's such a weird thing. They put out one of the best games ever made, Ninja Gaiden Black, and they're treated like this. They're like, whoa, at least it wasn't something good like Devil May Cry. Like, fuck you, fuck off with your bullshit, fuck off with that nonsense. I don't know. I think a lot of classic video game IPs are like that. Like, people, like, just don't even notice they're gone. Really. Like, Mega Man hasn't gotten a new entry since 11. That was years ago. You know, Contra's stagnant. Castlevania's dead. Like, we're at the point now where, like, these IPs are not coming back. There's not going to be a reboot. There's no resurge of interest. Like, Castlevania just got, like, a major Netflix adaptation. And did that, like, revitalize the brand? No, it didn't. Like, it's crazy. Like, it got into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like, did that revitalize the brand? No. Because, like, people know that, like, they can't expect the quality that they used to get in the franchise. It's not going to be the same anymore, and so people don't care. And that's probably the way it should be, but, like, it's really interesting seeing, like, all of the franchises that, like, I grew up with that were, like, propped up by the gaming media. You know, stuff like Halo, stuff like Saints Row, Bioshock, Mass Effect. Like, it's crazy seeing all that shit fall off. Yeah, I think we're going to be playing a lot more Game Boy Advance. I'd like to play through Fire Emblem, but... Oh yeah, I want to play Final Fantasy V. Shit. Yeah, well, we have, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or whatever that I want to get through, so... Yeah, Paper Mario has, like, distracted me from Tornal. I mean, to be fair, I was kind of blasting through it, and wanted a break from it anyway, but... I love the fact you can just eat this boss. It's so badass. Five four, 4-5, chop rock soap. I already had World War 5. Wow. I don't know. Like, I think people are really underestimating just how, like, dominant Nintendo is when it comes to, like, the actual gaming space. Like, there's, like, the fake gaming space with, like, the shit, like, people are supposedly fans of. And then you have, like, the real gaming space, which people actually play, right? So, I think Nintendo, like, has a monopoly on that. Like, just because of Smash Bros., mind you. Like, because of Smash Bros., like, basically all the most iconic characters in gaming are now, like, primarily associated with Nintendo brands. And, like, there's no way the industry is ever going to recover from that. Like, I imagine that's a big reason why Tekken 8 has failed, because, like, that idiot Harada didn't put the game on Switch like he should have. But, like, yeah. Again, like, there's not going to be, like, any damage control going forward. Like, people aren't going to look at, like, respect you when you try to release some nonsense statement like, oh, our audience isn't on Nintendo platforms. Yes, they are. But, like, they've never bought any of our games before. Yeah, because you've never developed for the hardware. You know, the Yakuza devs are doing that now. Like, they're like coping and seething about, like, the censorship, and they're trying to say that, like, real men play on PlayStation. It's a cope from, like, the 90s, and nobody wants to acknowledge it's that it is not, never has been true. Like, take that away, and PlayStation, Xbox, and PC have nothing. That's the reality of the situation. And I think people are beginning to realize that. They're running shells, aren't they? Well, anyway, I probably should make a video about Tekken 8, just to... Yeah, people are starting to turn on Aaron on the Deal Till Morning Show, which is what I wanted to see. That's good. Yeah, I think we're ready to play something else. Could be the amazing game. I look at all these Game Boy Advance games we still haven't had time to play. I like that. Yeah, we probably should end the stream. I wish I could just play for like forever, but no. I still have not gone back and played Little Kitty Big City. Maybe tomorrow night we'll do it. I mean, I have Memorial Day off, so I should have a little bit of extra time this week to stream. I might do that on like Monday or whatever, just like chill and stream. So, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna try to get through Paper Mario as best I can. I imagine I'll beat it next weekend at my current rate. Like I can see myself beating Glitz Bits tomorrow, and I would like to do Chapter 4 as well. But and then like the rest of the game, I could probably do like Blitz through like next weekend. But yeah, that'll probably be the focus going forward, and then I'll go back and finish Torna, and then hopefully finish Final Fantasy V. I have a lot of games to get through right now, but yeah,